This is what I looked like just 7.5 months ago, and this is what I look like now. So in today's video, I will share with you my fitness transformation and how it completely changed my life. So back when this picture was taken about 7.5 months ago, I was, well, as you can see, the skinniest kid ever. I barely weighed 100 pounds, and the reason for this is because I had an eating disorder called ARFID. Now, I won't get into all the details about this because this is a workout story, but I did make a separate video about this, and it's the first link in the description. If you're interested, go check it out. Now, about 1.5 years ago, I started to go out and socialize a bit more because the COVID pandemic was kind of coming to an end, and among my friend group, I had always been the skinny guy. I was always the skinny guy, and they even gave me the nickname Stick, which I was called for maybe 5-6 years of my life by my friends. And I pretended that it didn't really bother me, but deep down it really kind of bothered me, and it always stuck with me that I was just this skinny guy in my friend group. I was the weak skinny guy, and it was just this constant nagging thought inside my head, and no matter what I tried, I couldn't get rid of it. But I didn't have the motivation to do anything about it, and I guess I thought it didn't matter that much. So I just kind of buried myself in my anxieties, my fears, and just played video games half the day. But about 1 year ago, my dad he told me that I needed to start getting my body in shape because it was just unacceptable to live like this skinny little kid. I was so weak, I barely had any energy. So he started out by making me do 60 push-ups a day, and gradually over the course of a few months this increased from 60 to 100, and it definitely helped some. For the first time in a good long while, I actually felt like I had a little bit of muscle on me, even though I was still extremely skinny. It's funny, I remember one time I was hanging out with some friends, and the night prior I had just done 40 push-ups in a row, and so I was telling them about it because I kind of felt good about that, and they didn't believe me at all. They were just laughing at me and told me no way you could do that. So eventually one of them said, you know what, if you could do 30 push-ups right now, we'll believe you. So I took my jacket off, got down on the ground, and guess what, I did 35 push-ups in a row. And they were pretty shocked, and it was amazing feeling for me. Like, I finally felt like I was somewhat respected in the strength aspect in my friend group, and I felt like I wasn't just a skinny little wimp anymore. I actually was a little strong. But unfortunately, shortly after this, I began to slack off in doing my daily push-ups, and so did my dad with making sure I did that. And for a few months, I really wasn't doing anything. Then a little after midsummer, I decided that I wanted to start lifting some weights. And I was finally seeing some growth in my muscles for the first time in my life, basically. But I was really inconsistent. Sometimes I would only do like 1 hour every week. Sometimes I would do 5 days a week. And sometimes I wouldn't touch the weights for 2 to 3 weeks. I did this for about a month or two, but I really wasn't training properly or consistently. But then one day, mid-September, something just snapped in my mind. I was like, I gotta start taking this seriously. I want to get jacked now. And this is where I would say I truly started my consistent fitness journey. And I immediately started doing like 5, sometimes 6 days a week. And I remember on the first day of fully committing to this, I weighed myself, and I weighed a grand total of 129 pounds. And I'm 6'3", by the way, but now I'm 170 pounds. So in just 7 months, I've put on 40 pounds of muscle and fat. And I really have to clarify this. It is not just pure muscle, it is also fat. If it was just muscle, I would not be natural. So back to what I started. I started taking creatine and bulking up immediately, and within a few weeks I saw some major growth, at least to me. And because I was eating so much more, I felt so much more energized. I actually felt amazing, and this is where I started to decide to overcome my anxieties. And I definitely feel like going to the gym consistently really helps me get this drive and oomph to overcome my anxieties. Now, also back when I started out, my brother actually helped me quite a lot with workout tips, my technique, different exercises. But unfortunately, I was too scared to go to the gym for several months because I was so insecure and scared about my body. I felt like this little skinny wimp, and I felt like people would judge me and look at me weird in the gym. So I was just kind of training from home, and I wasn't training optimally at all. My workout plan was actually atrociously bad. I was training arms 2 to 3 times a week because I'd always had stick-like arms, and I was really embarrassed about that, and I really wanted to change that. And then I was just training chest once a week and then legs once. I wasn't training back at all, and this was horrible because your back is one of the biggest muscle groups on your body, and it really helps fill out your physique. Luckily, a few months into my serious training, my brother told me that I wasn't training optimally at all, and at this point I put on, I think, 10-15 pounds, and I started to feel a bit better about myself. So I started to go to the gym with him, and he helped me figure out a better workout plan, which I actually still use to this day, which basically just consists of a push-pull legs workout plan. I'm not going to say what specific exercises I do because some have changed, some will change, and every gym has different equipment. Now, besides not training optimally, there were really only 2 major things I did wrong at the start of my fitness journey. Number 1, I was not eating enough protein. On average, you should be getting about 1 gram to 0.7 grams of protein per body weight, and I was not doing that at all. And number 2 is I was not eating healthy at all. I was eating all kinds of junk food, all kinds of sweet, all kind of fatty food, and it was helping me gain a lot of weight. But long term and even short term, like, I got sick a lot. It is not good for you. Thankfully, I've improved these 2 problems so much, and I'm getting all my protein in while eating much healthier. So if you've been thinking of starting to work out and get in shape, but are scared, afraid, or just unsure, just remember that was me. But also remember that once I stayed consistent, look how much it changed my physique and also my mental. If you've made it to the end of the video, thank you, truly. I appreciate every one of you. And if you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to drop a comment down below, and I will do my best to answer each one.